What if everything you worked for disappeared overnight? Would you give up or set sail toward a brand new dream? This is the story of Bobby White, the man behind Sailing Doodles, one of YouTube's most captivating sailing channels. Once a corporate pilot flying luxury jets to the world's most exotic places, Bobby's life took a sharp turn in 2015. A sudden stroke ended his high-flying career, but instead of crumbling, he picked up a camera, brought along his 2 loyal dogs, and stepped aboard an old sailboat. Nearly a decade later, his channel has grown into a global community of over 700,000 subscribers, all riding the highs and lows of his journey at sea. In this video, we'll walk through his transformation from a health crisis to the high seas, uncover the challenges he faced, and explore where Sailing Doodles is headed in 2025. Before he became a sailor, Bobby was a man of the skies. Bobby was born and raised in Dallas, Texas, where he built a successful career as a corporate pilot. He flew Gulfstream jets for a wealthy family, a job that was more than just a paycheck. It was a ticket to the world. From the luxury of Dubai to the bustling streets of Abuja, Nigeria, Bobby experienced it all. According to industry standards, pilots in his position typically earn between $100,000 and $200,000 per year, giving him a stable and comfortable lifestyle. But everything changed in September 2015. One morning, Bobby woke up with a pounding headache. At first, he assumed it was just stress and reached for some painkillers. But when he picked up his phone, something was wrong. He couldn't read the screen. The words were blurry and didn't make sense. Concern quickly turned to panic. He got in his car and drove himself to the nearest urgent care center. After a scan, the doctors gave him shocking news. Bobby had suffered a hemorrhagic stroke. In a single moment, everything changed. He lost not only his ability to fly, but also the identity he had built over more than 2 decades as a corporate pilot. His career, his routine, and the life he once knew were gone. Recovery was slow and painful. Bobby had to relearn basic skills like reading and writing, but instead of falling into despair, he made a bold decision. He would reinvent himself. Inspired by sailing YouTubers like Sailing Le Vagabond, Bobby began dreaming of a different kind of life. Simpler, slower, but still full of adventure. He sold most of his belongings and used his savings to purchase a 1984 CNC 37-foot sailboat, which he named Rough Seas. By his side were his 2 labradoodles, Maverick and Goose, who quickly stole the hearts of viewers. With just $24,000 to his name and another $4,000 spent on upgrades, Bobby set sail from Galveston Bay with a friend named Megan. In the Tepter in October 2016, he launched his YouTube channel, Sailing Doodles, named after his canine companions. His early videos weren't polished or scripted. They were real, raw, and filled with the challenges of life at sea. Viewers watched him brave storms, fix breakdowns, and adjust to the unpredictable rhythm of life on the water. It wasn't perfect, but it was honest. In just a year, Sailing Doodles grew to nearly 60,000 subscribers. Bobby was earning around $4,000 a month, mostly through Patreon, with a bit coming from YouTube ads. He had originally planned to sail the Caribbean for a year, but by month 6, his savings were nearly gone. Just in time, YouTube turned from a side project into his financial lifeline. Then, in late 2017, a new opportunity surfaced, this time from the other side of the world. While vacationing in Thailand, Bobby interviewed Ron Patson, owner of Gulf Charters. That casual chat exploded with views and sparked a bold offer. Sail a neglected 50-foot Beneteau named White Squall from Vancouver to Thailand by August, and the boat would be his. Bobby didn't hesitate. He said yes. Around the same time, he met Laura, a traveling nurse who joined him for what was supposed to be a short-term trip. But Laura stayed, and soon their partnership blossomed into a relationship. She brought warmth, balance, and a new perspective to the channel. Together, they sailed down the U.S. West Coast, into Mexico, across the Pacific, and ultimately towards Southeast Asia. Their journey aboard White Squall marked a turning point for Sailing Doodles. The channel exploded in popularity with cinematic footage, deeper emotional connections, and relatable human moments. By 2019, Sailing Doodles had over 480,000 subscribers and was generating consistent revenue. But not everything was smooth sailing. With more visibility came more scrutiny. As the channel grew, Bobby began rotating in different crew members, many of them young women who added charm, humor, and a fresh voice to the series. Viewers saw Megan, Amanda Z, Taylor Francis, Steph, and others join the voyages. While some fans loved the dynamic energy these crew members brought, others accused Bobby of leaning into clickbait culture. Thumbnails featuring bikini-clad sailors, romantic tension, or emotional moments often drew criticism, particularly on platforms like Reddit, where discussions about the channel's intentions were sometimes less than kind. Bobby didn't ignore the backlash. He addressed controversies directly, acknowledging the fine line between storytelling and sensationalism. Still, he stayed true to his brand by documenting life as it unfolded, crew changes and all. Laura eventually left after their breakup. She later married and became a mother of two. Amanda Z also moved on, though she and Bobby remain on good terms. Other former crew members have gone on to launch their own channels or sailing ventures, proving that Sailing Doodles has been a launchpad not just for Bobby, but for others as well. By 2024, Bobby was an established name in the sailing community, but the ocean, as always, had more lessons to teach. Earlier that year, while docking in strong winds in Miami, Bobby made a simple misjudgment. As he approached the dock, the wind pushed harder than expected, causing his boat to crash into the pier. It left both the boat and his pride a little bruised. He didn't hide it either. In fact, he uploaded the entire event in a video titled, "I Crashed My Boat." The video sparked a heated debate among sailors. Some said it was avoidable, while others called it reckless. But the truth likely lay somewhere in between, just an honest mistake made in tough conditions. But that wasn't the only challenge Bobby faced that year. Later on, he unveiled his most ambitious project yet, SV Maverick, a cutting-edge Island Spirit 525E hybrid electric catamaran. Powered by solar panels, lithium batteries, and twin electric motors, it was a dreamboat of the future. Sleek, green, and innovative. However, during its very first voyage from Thailand to Singapore, disaster struck. Water began leaking in, damaging critical electric systems. A network failure disabled the propulsion, and Bobby had to beach the vessel to avoid further damage. Thankfully, the hull survived. Repairs were costly, but as always, Bobby kept fans informed every step of the way. Behind the calm footage and turquoise water lies a business machine. Sailing Doodles now earns around $12,300 per month from ad revenue alone. Patreon adds roughly $2,000 more. Bobby also secures sponsorships with brands like ButcherBox, Highfield Boats, and various sailing gear companies. Merchandise sales and a beginner sailing course called Zero to Hero round out his income streams. Net worth estimates vary widely from a modest $500,000 to $1 million, depending on how one values his boat, business assets, and online presence. But perhaps more important than numbers is sustainability. Sailing Doodles has evolved into a self-sufficient operation that allows Bobby to do what he loves while staying afloat financially. As of June 2025, Sailing Doodles has officially entered its 10th season, and Bobby is once again back at sea aboard the newly repaired SV Maverick. Now based in Florida, he's gearing up for his most ambitious goal yet, a full circumnavigation of the globe, and he's not doing it alone. Recently, Bobby introduced a new face to the crew, Jennifer Brown, a model and influencer from Dallas with a solid background in sailing. She joined the team after Sarah's departure and has quickly found her rhythm on board. Alongside her are Clarice and Mackenzie, two newcomers who bring fresh energy and new stories to the channel, adding to the excitement of each episode. There have been changes on the personal front as well. Maverick, Bobby's beloved labradoodle and longtime companion, sadly passed away in 2020. Goose, his other dog, now lives with Bobby's parents in Texas. His mother still makes occasional appearances in his videos, bringing warm, heartfelt moments that longtime viewers cherish. Bobby's father, who passed away recently, is often remembered with quiet reflection. Still unmarried, Bobby openly shares the challenges of maintaining relationships while living a nomadic life. But through it all, the sea continues to offer new adventures, and Bobby never stops chasing them.